Now today I have come to Hyderabad to meet one of my very, very old friends, Mr. Ramana Reddy, a very important and very famous, in the meantime, very famous sculptor of different big and really important statues and projects here in Hyderabad. And I'm very happy to see him here because we had a good time together in Germany for a long time. I myself had got some statues by him, some works of art by him, and I'm really happy to see, and I'm astonished and really overwhelmed by the way what he has done here in Hyderabad. And I'm also can understand that all those things that he has done here had really made him absolutely famous in this place. So I would really like to know a little bit more about what he's doing now. But of course, we should at least first speak a bit about what we had done in Germany together. So maybe you tell the other people what we have done and how we met there.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming to Hyderabad and meeting me, and I'm very happy. And yeah, here is my best friend Ernst Wolfgang Koelnsperger. He is very famous in Germany, and he is very well known to Indology and the Indian studies. So he has organized many international travelers. He brought many travelers to India. So he know lot about Indian history, Indian culture, and he celebrated his 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, all his round figure birthdays in India. And last year he celebrated 80 years in Kochi, Kerala. And I was invited, and it was a grand celebration with a lot of priests. So according to Hindu rituals, he celebrated his 80 years, and he believes that his earlier life was he was an Indian. So we are very happy to meet him, and I have association with him since 25 years in Munich, where when I was living in Germany. And so welcome to Hyderabad. And I'm very happy that there is a lot of change happened. So after I left Germany, and here I am quite busy with several activities. So not only doing my own work, and also I was engaged in art activities like Hyderabad Art Society. So I am acting as president of Hyderabad Art Society since 11 years, and you might be knowing a lot of projects I have done here.
So let me ask you a little bit how it came that you did so many things now back in Hyderabad, because in Germany first, when I met you first, you did great small statues, only big as that, maybe 2 feet, 1 feet, 2 feet high. They were very interesting, and all the people in Munich were very interested to see something, because what you have done there was to show the people the different ways of looking at art, to show the people the different way of looking at Indian art with a European aspect also, and to show the people something else which was so important, to give them the idea that human shape, that human man's shape is something that you could transfer easily into a good artificial and art humanscape, which shows how the world is, which shows how the humans are. How did you do that in Germany? You began to work there early, or did you come already with the full study with all your academic exams when you came to Germany, or did you do something else in Germany in addition to that?
No, actually, since my student period, I am very much interested in human. So human evolution, human development, and everything has a meaning because we are humans, we are able to think. And so that is the reason always I try to interlink and see in the aspect of human. And human figure is always interesting element of my total journey of life. And moreover, my conceptual thinking has influenced from Germany. So I have been traveled all over the world, and many museums I have seen, and my association with Germany gave me a broader aspect experience in the field of art. So that is the reason I try to evolve my art into conceptual thing.
Yeah.
So
And this conceptual way to do things was very new for some of the art studios in Germany, for some of the art galleries also. I remember very well that you did some statues, some artworks where you had the human shape and you let the human shape walk into another shape, into a third shape. So it was a kind of a movement of a steady art, movement of a steady person, which was something which was very new for art. So, and the other thing which you did was also to do this conceptual art where you use, for example, tin boxes, tins that were used before, and you made them into portraits of people. You made them into portraits of people where you could show different arts, different kinds of the people that you met, different kinds of races and different ways of people, that how they look like, and he had big galleries full of that. This was the one. The other thing which I always admired, with all my friends also admired, and they all got a lot of your artworks then, was the kind of shapes that the cutouts that you have done, which were really fantastic. And when I now just went in there in this fantastic building, I saw there's another cutout which reminds me on the things that I had seen in Germany. But how was the development then? But when you came back from Germany, it looks that your art became bigger and bigger and bigger, because in Germany you did a lot of smaller kind of art. Here, when I look around, you have big statues, you have even a big flame, which is, I don't know how many meters high,
45 meters
45
high.
meters high, which is outstanding. And you've never seen something like that in Europe. I've never seen something like that in the world, and I'm traveling a lot in the world. This is something which is breathtaking. But how did you come from the small objects to these bigger objects?
Thank you very much for appreciating, and moreover, the possibility in Germany is different than the possibility in Hyderabad. So here we can explore at any extent also. So, but practicing art in Germany is more expensive. So not only in the context of material pricing value, or even preserving the work, transporting the work, you need all insurances even for exhibiting or transporting. So all that becomes highly expensive. So that's the reason in my possibilities I try to practice and do the works in the limitations whatever I have.
Did you also do some painting or some other kinds of art except sculptures? Because I've never seen anything like that before, except some sketches, of course, but nothing else.
When I came back to Hyderabad, I did very less paintings because my focus more on the sculpture and more on the conceptual art forms. So, but in Germany it is different. So I explored different mediums on the possibilities, whatever I have in the limitations.
Yeah, and you say it very rightly and very correctly that in Germany things are all smaller. India is a huge country.
Yeah.
Hyderabad is a huge city. In Germany, the places are smaller, the houses are smaller, the flats are smaller. So when you want to have an art work in your house, you have to get something which is possible to be put into there. So you have the smaller things in here. And I personally, I collect a lot of art from India. So I have quite a big collection of Indian contemporary paintings from the 1890s to until today. But the only statues I have, the only artwork in sculpture is yours. Because I did not find any other sculptures which I thought were so characteristic and so individual as yours are. Because a lot of Indian artists' sculptures were very much influenced by European artists, and you can see a little bit of Picasso, a little bit of Braque, a little bit of Brancusi, and so. But you are very individual, and your ways, you're walking out of the shape, walking out of another time and another situation, is something which I find is quite unique. And so I'm very happy to look at those things, and I'm very happy also on my garden, for example, I have a huge 5 feet statue of one of your works, which everybody admires when they come and say, this is Indian. We didn't know that Indians are doing such modern things. Yeah. So it's quite good. And now if they would come here and see this one, which is so outstanding. How did you come to do this one?
So actually, when he came from Germany to Hyderabad, I saw that the art market has a competition.
Yeah.
So, but there is no public art in the public places. So,
Yeah.
public art for the meaning of Indian circumstances only the politicians are iconic figures.
Yeah.
So, their images are only public art. So, then I thought of introducing something contemporary to Hyderabad. So, I began in 2007 proposing to some IT companies and different modern companies. So I did in the finance city. First time in 2008, I have done a huge 29 feet stainless steel sculpture.
Oh,
so that is a vision to the future world. So at that time, I imagined myself that Hyderabad, global understanding of Hyderabad is going to change, and it is going to attract investors in the context of information technology and all. So I made a modern so it is a vision for the future. So like that, a geometrical shape pillar I made, and on that is I. So similarly, I did lot of other sculptures also. Now you can find my large mural in Park Hyatt, Novotel, Harita Plaza hotels, and many other private corporate companies, and also government sector. Lot of projects. So my interest mostly on working on the themes. So my initial stage 2007 when I shifted here, from that onwards I am mostly focusing on public art only and large scale sculpture. So that is the reason, and my conceptualization of themes are more different than other people. So other art, because my exposure is different. I have traveled more than 80 countries. I have seen thousands of museums and galleries. So I have been to many cities. Even in 2007, I met an international airport that was under construction in Hyderabad. So that time I I met with the project manager who was a Australian that time. So when we had a discussion, immediately told me, so why don't you give us a proposal? So what kind of, as an artist, what kind of airport you are expecting, and according to your experience, what you want to suggest us. So I gave them, because I came for, just to spend time as holidays or something. So then I gave them a proposal of 10 pages. So he was so impressed, and immediately he called all the important architects, said that we need Ramana Reddy's services. So then I was the first person in India to involve as a art consultant. So there is no terminology as art consultancy. There is a landscape consultant, architecture consultant, interior consultant. So, but they have to take special permission from the aviation ministry to pay me as an art consultant.
And so, how do you do this? Sorry to disturb you a moment. How do you combine two things that I realized here? Because on the one hand, you have something which is absolutely outstandingly contemporary, like those flame that we see here, which is very abstract in a way and very figurative at the same on the other side. And then, not far away from here, just around the corner, you have two statues that you have done, the one of Rajiv Gandhi and another statue in front of this huge building, which are kind of conservative statues that are conservative in the way that normal statues are, and still you did them in a way that you could see that you tried to give them also a kind of an intellectual sense, a kind of a sensual way of doing things, but still they are differently looking in a way, as let's say from the scheme as it is from this one. So we see next to us those rather, I would say, conservative things. And this is very absolutely abstract and extravagant thing.
Yeah. So actually, I work in two different aspects. One is the requirement of consumer customer. So it is not the language what I do, but I always justify whatever I undertake the project. So it should be something different than whatever existing. So whatever the sculptures I have done has a more livelihood life in that work. So that is I see it as a art of work which is not my language, but it is language of people.
Yes, it's
so
the way what the
so I have to consider people's interest.
Sure.
So
Okay,
a figurative work always requires some attention,
some attachment,
attachment, so impression. So in that context I do, but I have done quite a few steel sculptures. So when you see the Park Hyatt one, so it is also very interesting, and their state art gallery also has 6 feet, 7 feet stainless steel sculptures.
I see the photographs of them. That's fine. But now, what is your projects for the future? Because I've heard that you will be also more into education and into, let's say, education of art and development of art in Hyderabad altogether.
Yes, since childhood I got used to at least to small student leaderships and also, but I am more focused into art, not into politics. So I always try to do my level best to the art community, and so I am serving as a president of Hyderabad Art Society. Similarly, I am always there for art community of Hyderabad, whatever I can do and whatever the help I can extend. So similarly, when I started organizing art camps, because when I came from Germany, it was very rigid. Art market is very slow, and very only few people were there who is dominating the only finger counted people, like
which has changed now.
Very much. But due to art camps, so many youngsters have got confidence in work. I might have organized more than 50-60 art camps with up to 220 artists at a time. So where Prabhakar Kolte, Sima Kohli, Irana, Shobha Bruta.
All very famous names.
So all these people came. Even international woman artist camp also I organized. So it is important that Hyderabad should expose to the world. So Hyderabad is going to be a high in India in future. So we in context of the feasibilities and possibilities whatever the city has now.
That's good, because Hyderabad has always been a very important place in India anyway, because of the richness of Hyderabad, because of the diamonds, because of the pearls, whatever. And now it seems that not even without a little bit of your cooperation, Hyderabad will also become a little bit more on the international art market and on the important, let's say, scale of an art market there. Because when you come to India and you know Indian art very well, you have a lot of centers. You have Delhi, you have Bombay, you have Bhopal, you have Calcutta. But Hyderabad was always a little bit underneath altogether. But now when I'm looking around, it's fantastic. And I've heard also that you're organizing or you're co-organizing also some of the art fairs in summer or in springtime. When will be the next one?
That would be in the April 6, 7, 8. So that is going to happen. And last year also it took place. And we requested the organizers to continue that every year. Because Hyderabad also has full potentiality to be a center of art market. So now we see Delhi as art fair. So similarly, the art fair also might come future in Hyderabad. So you might be knowing that initially the Paris was hub of art industry, but later it went to London, then New York, and so now everywhere in the world has important art destinies. So similarly, the Hyderabad has full potentiality to a art hub.
And how far is the city or the government assisting you? Some give some centrally money also to develop give there some grants to the students, give there some prizes to the artists who come here, do there something for upmarket the whole thing in Hyderabad?
So till now, because there is a lot of struggle for Telangana statehood.
Yeah.
So since I came here, so the statehood struggle has begun. But we have also contributed our level best for the statehood formation. So we organized a lot of art camps from my own side.
Yeah.
So to support the movement, but after formation of government was more focused on other things than the interest in culture. Now the new government came. It's a very short period, so to expect much from the government, but definitely we are going to approach the government for proper importance for art.
Okay, it's good. And now let me ask you a last question. With all those official things that they're doing, with all those educational things, what are you doing? What are the personal prospects that you are having for the future for your own artwork?
No, I think as a artist, so I should have I should give my level best contribution.
So this is absolutely interesting what I heard from you, and I'm completely astonished what is going on here, astonished what you are doing in the future, and I'm really looking forward to see a lot of new things when I come back here. New project of yours, new project of Hyderabad, a new project of the art here in Hyderabad, and I think this is a great future which is in front of us.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ernst.
Thank you.
Namaste.